Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band or different artist and we break down one of their records. But actually, this week we're rounding out soundtrack season, and we're getting into the Romeo and Juliet movie. Romeo and Juliet, the 1996 adaptation of this. Let's get into this. What's your origin story with the movie soundtrack? What do you got? Go.
I don't know. I don't know when the first time I saw this was. I do know this was my introduction to Radiohead. This is the first time that I really heard Radiohead was when I watched this movie for the first time at some point in my young career as a human being on this earth. I don't know. I don't know why, when, I don't know. Honestly, I have no fucking idea. I just know that I was kind of into it. You know what I mean? I think honestly, I think camp, there we go. Fucking go again.
Always camp with you.
That's my thing like that. But
that was good.
In camp, you do like skits on stage. You know what I mean? Like on the campfire stage, and I think performing maybe like that just got me interested in this type of thing. And then come high school drama, I think we both had to take drama no matter what. Like everyone had to take some kind of performing arts thing. So we took drama probably for different reasons, but enjoyed it the same. Like I took it because I really did like this kind of shit. You probably took it because you had to take it. And then it was like, oh, that's kind of fucking cool because it dick around the whole fucking time.
No, I took drama because I wanted to be in movie. I wanted to like direct movies. That was like my childhood dream, was to direct movies and be a director. That was always my thing. So that's why I took theater, because there was no film class. When we were freshmen in high school, there was no film class. You couldn't take that until you were a junior, which I did take a film class. But
high school's dumb.
But yeah, that's why I took drama the first 2 years of high school, was because there was nothing else related to movies or film. So that's
okay.
Why.
All right. Well, I don't know. I did, and I still do really enjoy like stage plays, stage performances. I do like it. I wish I went to more of them, and I still keep telling myself, because every year they do a Christmas Carol out here at the local theater in Gilbert, and I don't know why I haven't gone, and I do like stage stuff, so I don't know. I have a soft spot for theatrics.
And Christmas Carol, one of the greatest stories ever written. I mean, can't deny that. One of the greatest.
I agree with you. But
it is like
if we're gonna fucking sit here and talk about like some of the greatest things ever written, and the words like the word Shakespeare is not gonna come out of your fucking mouth, then we got problems. I think like Hamlet is arguably maybe like top 5 greatest thing that like humans have ever composed. It is that's where we're at.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that soon. My origin story with this movie is I've always known about this movie since I was a kid. Never watched it as a kid. Never knew anything about the soundtrack. Just knew that Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes were in it. I remember in high school freshman year when we were forced to read Romeo and Juliet in our English class. We also watched movies, the Romeo and Juliet movie. But we only watched the 1936 version. We didn't watch the 1968 one. And my teacher specifically said, we are not watching the one with Leonardo DiCaprio because it's absolutely garbage. It's absolute garbage. It's terrible. We're not watching it. So honestly, I had never seen this movie until this week. Never seen it until this week. Never seen it. And I watched it.
Get the fuck out of here.
I watched it earlier this week, and I watched it today.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Never seen this movie. Never ever seen this movie. Yeah, never. But I watched it twice this week.
This may be like the most. I don't know. Words escape me. Are you serious?
Yeah, I've never watched it. I've
been talking about this shit for fucking decades.
I know. But I've never watched it.
You've just been flying under the radar, haven't you?
Because I've never wanted to watch it. I've never wanted to watch it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Never ever wanted to watch it. So I never did. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Had I known that, dude, you'd been fucked like decades ago. Dude, you really did cruise under the radar in this one. You did.
We've been friends
wow,
for
you got me.
You and I have been friends for what, almost 23 years now, and yeah, you've never over that all that time you've never made me watch
I assumed you watched it.
No,
I assumed you
never.
seen it and you just hated it.
Nope, never watched it until this week.
You got me. You got me.
That's the way she goes, boys.
You pulled the wool over my eyes for 23 years. You got me.
So really, yeah, that's my origin story. I mean, everybody knows this. Everybody knows this story anyway. I mean, it's just been overplayed. There we go. Overplayed.
Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna. Here we go. I'm already pissed off. You're fucking irritating me. Okay, it's not. Shakespeare's not overplayed. You fucking dolt. You dullard. You fucking idiot. Are you kidding me? No, this is the standard. This is arguably the greatest love story that has ever been written.
It's a love story,
and Shakespeare did this shit when he was 25 fucking years old. Like,
how old he was.
So many fucking words I want to use to describe how stupid you were being, and I just can't even. I can't even. Like, again, dude, Romeo and Juliet, that's not his best play. Objectively, subjectively, he's not his best play. It's not. But it's fucking good. It is fucking good. It is a perfect play. He wrote things in, what was this, like 1500? He was like 25 years old. Yeah. He wrote things that people are still trying to perfect. And he did it already. He was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to write this half-ass story about two star-crossed lovers. And I'm going to do it in my sleep. I'm going to do it better than anyone ever will. Ever. There's no better love story than this one right here. And we're talking about the adaptation. I get it. So whatever. But my God, dude, Romeo and Juliet, that's a love story. Fuck me.
I almost read it this week because I hadn't read it since freshman year of high school. So we're looking at almost 23 years ago since I last read this. And I went to go buy it on my Kindle. It was trying to charge me 29 cents for this shit. Shit's public domain, man. You can't be charging that shit. Not 29 cents, not 1 cent. Fuck that. So I didn't buy it and I did not read it.
Here's the thing. Everything you say now, I don't want to care about. When I lived in Portland briefly, yeah. Reading's dumb. Everybody knows reading's dumb. Everybody knows how much I hate reading. When I lived in Portland briefly, I read books, but I only read one thing, and I only read Shakespeare plays. That's all I checked out. Fact check with Palmer's. I got a local library card to the Portland Library. I went there and I only read Shakespeare plays, and I read this one, and I read like Hamlet, and I read Merchant of Venice, and I read Tempest. I read all these ones. I only read Shakespeare plays. I don't know why. I was just in the mood. Maybe it was like sad.
You're a pretentious fuck. You're a pretentious fuck.
Yeah. Reading Shakespeare makes me fucking pretentious. No, not reading books makes me pretentious. That's what makes me fucking pretentious. My refusal to read actual fucking books. These books are stupid as fuck. Why the fuck would I read a book? Anyway, are you kidding me? Overplayed. Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare's overplayed. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Shakespeare's not overplayed.
Dude, everybody talks about it.
Who talks about Shakespeare?
Come on. Dude, no, Shakespeare's everywhere.
Because he wrote the fucking book. That's like saying like, oh, fucking, I don't even know. The Bible's overplayed. I'll tell you that much right now. We're here to think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So is Shakespeare.
It's like, oh, fucking Thomas Jefferson and George Washington are overplayed because our people talk about the Constitution all the time. That's like you right now. You fucking, How have you not watched this? Are you fucking serious? You've never seen this?
I have not seen it because also,
I swear to you, had I known this, every time you come over here, we would have watched this after Wedding Crashers every fucking time.
No, and
you lucked out. Yeah, you lucked out. You lucked out for 20 fucking plus years. You lucked out.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Also, wow. I'm not a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio. I
know. Again, your whole thing with Leonardo DiCaprio, you're like, oh, he's not a great actor. Like, nobody ever said he's a fucking great actor. He just plays in really goddamn good fucking movies.
He's
and that's an objective fact. You ever heard the movie Titanic? Did that make any money? Yeah, it did. It fucking broke box office fucking records. The only thing bigger than Titanic is like the Marvel movies, and fuck that shit. Titanic's great.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Dude, Leonardo DiCaprio plays in good movies. So fuck out of here.
Yes. Except for this one.
Now I'm mad. What are you talking about? He slays in this movie. Are you kidding me? Are you joking
I
my
get
ass right now?
okay. So let's take a couple steps back here. Let's get into our initial thought. I mean, we've already kind of done our initial thoughts, but clearly you love this movie, and you have nothing bad to
Dude, I
say about it.
fucking love this movie. I think Romeo and Juliet is again. I don't think it's his best work, but I think Romeo and Juliet is the greatest love story that has ever been fucking told, ever,
And that's probably true. That's probably true.
ever. And it's still people are still trying to tell it better than he did it 400-500 years ago. Like, come on, bro.
Yes,
They
but
thought the fucking
that
world was flat and shit back then. This guy's telling
it's
stories
still
better
flat.
than
It's still
fuckers
flat.
can
Come on,
tell it
man.
now. That is true.
It's still flat.
That is true.
Um,
I mean, to be fair, I've never actually seen space and stuff like that, so I don't know
that's
for
true.
sure.
Yeah. You never know. You never know, right? That's
You never know.
You never know.
There it is.
But also this movie, I don't like this movie. I don't.
Why? Why?
Straight up don't like this movie.
Why?
I think
For
it's
what?
a bad movie.
Why? How?
I think that this whole modernization of the story that could be really cool. That could be really cool.
Slays.
But the way
Could not have done it
but
better.
also the fact that they speak the lines like verbatim from the play, like with
Not
the old
verbatim.
English and all that kind of.
Not
Okay,
verbatim.
maybe not verbatim. Close.
The only
close
person that
verbatim.
does like anime Pententer is the fucking the friar, Friar Lawrence. He's
Friar
the only
Tuck.
one.
Yeah.
I almost said, I really did almost say Friar Tuck. Because nobody ever talks about fries unless you're talking about Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck,
I
yeah.
really did almost say Friar Tuck. No, Friar Lawrence, that actor. He's the only person in the movie that speaks in I Am a Pentameter. And Shakespeare loved I Am a Pentameter because it's the fucking
He's a
perfect
cuck.
way to express poetry and emotion and love and lust and anger. Oh, it's so good.
Only because other people are telling you that's the best way to express it.
It is, though. Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. People are still doing it today.
Only because
Musicians
we're
are still
told
writing
that's
in
the
iambic
way it's supposed to
pentameter
go.
still
Okay.
today. No, because it's just a normal way of speaking, a normal gait of speaking. It's like a heartbeat. Ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, da 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 da. This is how we talk. Da 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 da. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's just we were told. Fucking stupid, fucking knucklehead out here. That was just dumb. Move on. Next.
Yeah,
next
I don't like the combination of the setting being in modern day essentially, and then having that the way that they speak.
What are you rolling your eyes for all the time?
Because
Fucking
this movie's stupid.
It's not stupid. You're stupid.
I didn't like this movie. I really did not like this movie.
Dude, you're wild.
I did not.
You're fucking. You're wild.
I'm down to talk about it all and break it all down, but I honestly did not enjoy this movie.
So you think like the modern setting just didn't translate?
Yeah. That's my biggest thing. It did not.
Which part? Which part did not translate?
All of it. I felt like it seemed everything seemed too.
Give me
forced.
a part. Give me one. Give me any part.
Every scene,
whatsoever.
especially like one specific one was when they're in the limousine. Fuck, I'm trying to remember everybody's name, but Romeo's parents, the Montagues, are in the limo.
House of Montagues, baby.
They're in the limo and they're talking to each other, and they're talking to Benvolio, I believe. Benvolio gets
Benvolio.
He gets into the limo and they're talking, and the way that they're talking, the way that they're acting is very modern. Like they're looking out the window, they're touching their face, it's very like movie acting, not theater acting. And you mix that with that very specific theater dialogue, it doesn't mesh well at all. It doesn't look good. It looks very forced. I just, and everything about it. Actually, honestly though, DiCaprio and Claire Danes, they did a fantastic job. Honestly, not just their chemistry, because their chemistry was great, even though it is very weird that she was 17, and we'll get into that later. But
he wasn't that much older. She wasn't that much older. Their chemistry was solid, dude.
Yeah, their chemistry was good. Yes, but otherwise, like the other actors, what's Capulet, the dad, Juliet's dad?
Are you Paul Sorvino?
Yeah, he did not.
Are you kidding?
No, I didn't like it.
As Lord Capulet,
no, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Oh, get the now. I'm about to close this fucking computer. We're gonna call it.
But I did
like 5 seconds.
I did like the police commissioner being. I did like that. I did like that. But Tybalt was fine. John Leguizamo was fine. Um, Jamie Kennedy, I forgot who he even
Yeah,
played. Who Jamie
that's who
Kennedy
gives a
played.
fuck about those
That was,
characters.
dude. That
There's one
that
character.
that opening scene, I hated that opening scene at the gas station.
Why?
Oh my god, it was so. And Jamie Kennedy is so bad. He's bad,
That's the
straight up.
point. That's the fucking point. Dude, Romeo and Juliet is not a tragedy. The first half of this is a comedy. It's supposed to be goofy. It's supposed to be lighthearted. Nothing really happens to these characters. It's, like nobody gives a fuck. When Mercutio dies, bro, the tides turn. Things get serious.
It
It turns into
does.
the
It
greatest
does.
tragedy almost of all time. Bar Hamlet. Bar Macbeth. So like these things are happening here slowly. It's a slow burn. That opening sequence with Jamie Kennedy and how he's shooting pew 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 and the thing's going back and forth, back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth, right? Like it's supposed to be goofy. It's supposed to be funny. That's the point of this. It's supposed to like let you kind of let your guard down a little bit. Like, oh, this is a goofy movie. Oh, I get it. No one's gonna die. And then Mercutio dies, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that dude, what's the
Also,
guy's name? Fucking, I don't know what I forgot what that dude's. He has a weird last name, like a French last name or some shit. I can't remember. But that dude that plays Mercutio, Mercutio steals this fucking movie.
he is really good. He is very good.
Slays at Mercutio. Mercutio has always been like this hard-headed, this tough guy because he gets mad at Romeo. That's how Mercutio dies because Romeo won't fight Tybalt, and so he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna fucking fight him? I'll fucking fight him. You're a pussy. Get the fuck out of here. I'll do it." And like Mercutio dies because Romeo interferes with that fight and says, "No, we shouldn't be fighting." And Mercutio's like, "Oh, plague and bullet your fucking houses." It's like, no, dude. So like, no matter what, and then like dress him up in drag like that,
Yeah.
like, dude, oh my god,
well, see,
that's insanity.
That was
insanity.
Okay, so you have a better understanding of the play and the story and everything better than I do. So that whole scene, I thought it was so weird. I didn't understand how that related to the original story when they go to the Capulet house for the party, and the whole show when Mercutio dresses in drag, like like that, just the whole scene, the dance and everything. How does that relate to the original story, or is it just
All right,
something of
we got to
the
backtrack
90s?
a little bit. We got to backtrack a little bit because, there's so much going on here. So let's just the macro level here, full microscope out. This movie takes place between like Sunday and Friday. The entire story, Romeo and Juliet, is Sunday to Friday, not even a week. Romeo loves this girl Rosaline, and he's infatuated with her, and then he's fucking head over heels. He's never even fucking met her, never even talked to her. She has no idea he even exists. He's infatuated with this girl. He wants to marry her. It's not going to happen. And so then, in order to get him out of this like Rosaline funk, they essentially intercept a ticket to go to the house of Capulet's party. And that's where he sees Juliet for the first time
in the bathroom.
But Juliet's going to marry Dave, or his name's Dave Paris, but Paul Rudd in the movie, which is, dude, hearing Paul Rudd. Okay, I will give you this. I'll give you this. When Paul Rudd speaks like Shakespearean things, I was like, dude, you sound like garbage.
Yeah, that was bad casting. Bad casting.
Everybody else, I give you a pass, even at their worst, but Paul Rudd, like, bro, damn. But dude still looks the same. So anyway,
I know, right? Still
like,
looks the same,
yeah, never.
Well, actually, wait. But before you continue on, so the Rosalind character in the movie, I don't remember them showing her. Do they show her? Or
never do. Never.
Okay,
do.
that's what I thought because it's only brought up, but it's never. There's never anything about her.
There are spin-off like TV shows and movies that are named after Rosalind, and they go explore what happened to her because, like, she finds out eventually, right, that Romeo was infatuated with her, and then fucking dies within days, right? So that has to have some type of effect on her. Whatever happens to her, I don't know. So there's like TV shows about this that just explore like that character that Shakespeare never really wrote about, and that's fucking amazing. But anyway, what was your question to begin with here?
No, I brought up the Mercutio at the Capulet party with the whole drag show. Like what is Mercutio? Because Mercutio is Romeo's like best friend. So what is his connection to the Capulets? Why is he there putting on a show for them when he's also the enemy as well?
He's also the prince's like nephew or cousin or some shit. He's related to the prince. the in the movie they make it easy because they're both just black, so like the two black characters are related. That like really that's what they do there.
Okay.
Because there's also a third one too. I can't remember who the fucking third one is, but there's a third one that's also related in that family. But Mercutio's related to the Prince Aeschylus, and that's how that's why he's kind of important. And he's also Romeo's homie.
Yeah.
But he also is like he's a tough guy, man. He doesn't take no shit from nobody. And so that's it was fucking wild and bizarre. Because if you watch any Romeo and Juliet adaptations, any plays, anything, even a fucking West Side Story, dude, like that character of Mercutio is always just like a normal fucking I'm a tough guy. But like to put him in drag, to be so like confident in his sexuality and so confident in his skills that you can put him in a fucking dress, a short skirt too, with a top, a halter top, and he's still gonna fuck up Tybalt. Are you kidding me right now?
Okay.
That's good stuff right there. Dude, and the Queen Mab speech too. My God. The Queen Mab speech, we go from like this weird like English folklore fairy tale thing, but now we're like injecting like drugs into it. Like you're sitting here telling me that like the adaptation into the 90s doesn't translate well? Are you high? Are you daft? Are you joking? The Queen Mab speech was insane. That's otherwise a worthless speech. Like who gives a fuck? You take the Queen Mab speech out of Romeo and Juliet, the story progresses just fine. Nobody gives a fuck. But now you put it into like the 90s version and you inject drugs into it, and that's why Romeo gets all fucked up at the Capulet house, and that's why he goes into the bathroom to kind of like wake himself up, and that's how he meets Juliet. Like, oh my God, dude, we're changing storylines here. We are changing like things that are set in stone, and dude, that's what Bill would have wanted. That's what he would have loved.
That's what Bill would have wanted.
Oh, it's so good. I got goosebumps. You fucking see that shit?
You got the goose flesh. You got the goose flesh.
Dude, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
It's something. It's something. Dude.
Holy shit.
I don't know, man. It was way too dramatic for me. The dialogue, I get it. It's of its time. It's annoying. They
took out so much too, the dialogue, and they changed characters in the fucking opening sequence. Like, I think Samson is a Montague, and now he's a Capulet. Like, they changed characters around just to make it easier for people like you to digest. And that was the whole point of the movie. Was like, hey,
people
let's
like
take
me,
Shakespeare.
So disrespectful.
Yeah, but like that was the whole point of the movie, because like Shakespeare is so kind of like gatekeepy, right? People like Shakespeare. Oh, I'm a Shakespeare fucking fan. If you don't, you know what I mean? Like being in drama and stuff, like some of those like gatekeepy fucks, they were very like into Shakespeare. And if you like play the part, if you didn't like dress a certain way, and if you weren't a thespian and full into it, then you weren't like a real Shakespeare fan. Like that was irritating. It was sad. And so like that's what this dude did. I can't remember the fucking director's name. That's what he did. Is he modernized it. Yeah. He dumbed down the language. He took out a lot of parts. He made it easier for the masses to digest. He said Shakespeare doesn't have to be scary. Shakespeare doesn't have to be frightening for people that don't want to read iambic pentameter for fucking 400 pages or whatever the fuck it is. It can be for anybody. And then let's get a killer soundtrack, dude. Oh, just put a fucking killer soundtrack in
that soundtrack, man. That soundtrack. I mean, that's another thing.
Fuck out of here. That soundtrack.
Yeah, let's drop into that soundtrack now, because we're already 25 minutes into this and we haven't even touched the soundtrack yet. So also the director's name is Baz Luhrmann. That's a name.
That's why I remember it.
That's a name.
I'm dumb. Done it.
So the soundtrack is fucking terrible. I hate the soundtrack.
What are you talking? Are you kidding me?
The soundtrack. I hate it. The movie's better than the soundtrack. Wow. I mean, the soundtrack is there's two good songs, or no, one good song on here. One good song on the soundtrack.
If you're just gonna say, oh, fucking Loveful's the best song on the soundtrack.
There's one banger. And there's two absolute fucking stinkers, and the rest is just okay at best. Okay.
All right, let's do the banger. Let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about Loveful.
Yeah, it's fucking Loveful, man. Loveful is an absolute banger.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. That's just stupid.
Loveful's amazing. I don't think the Cardigans ever did any other songs. I think this is the only song they ever wrote.
I don't think it's the only song they
That's
ever
all you
wrote,
need.
but I think this is definitely the most popular
No,
song.
this is it. This is the only thing they ever did, because everything else had to have been garbage compared to this, because this is so goddamn good.
Yeah.
Did you like you've seen Hot Fuzz? Like I know
Yeah,
you've seen Hot Fuzz.
I
Like
love
that
fucking Hot Fuzz.
terrible British fucking garbage
Fucking love
comedy.
Hot Fuzz.
Do you remember the ending
Oh, I
scene to
love
Hot
it,
Fuzz?
yeah.
I don't know if it's ending scenes,
No,
but like they make fun of the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
thing,
they're performing Romeo and Juliet in front of the village, and then at the very end, she kills herself, or Juliet kills herself.
Dun, 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 love me, love
and they're all
me.
dancing. It becomes like a musical.
So good, so good.
And then it goes to like a close up of Simon Pegg, and he's like horrified by it.
What the fuck? See, pretentious fucking Shakespeare fans.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
And then
but like the
and
best
then
part
the line,
of that was the
sorry.
Was a dun 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 oh love me it's a dun dun dun
that
dun.
transition,
so
yeah, so bad. The only believable part in that was the kiss. That was like the line from that too.
Dude,
I love Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is way better than this fucking movie.
Dude, Hot Fuzz is dumb.
Fucking, you're so stupid. Hot Fuzz is the best. Hot Fuzz is the best Edgar Wright movie.
Garbage.
Hands fucking down. It is so goddamn funny. It's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie.
This is the best piece of shit I've ever seen. This is the best turd I've ever witnessed. Like, who cares? It's the fucking garbage.
It's a perfect movie. Hot Fuzz is a perfect movie.
Oh, dude, you're just.
It's fucking great. It's fucking great.
Did you just come in here wanting to fight? Is that what's happening?
It is. I do love Hot Fuzz. I think it's an absolutely perfect movie.
That's stupid. You're over here, dude.
You're fucking drooling. You're like spitting.
I know. I just like a foaming dog, like a fucking rabies over here.
Gotta take you out back, man, like Old Yeller style.
Holy shit,
man.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Love me, but yeah, Love Me.
Oh boy,
Newfound Glory do a really good cover of it too. Solid.
Really? Okay.
I thought I should throw it out there.
Real quick, am I like lagging at all?
No, actually, no one's been lagging, but my light has been flickering for a while.
Dude, it's flickering so well. First of all, yeah, it's flickering so bad. It's so distracting.
All right, what do you want to yell at for next?
So we're on Love Fool, the Cardigans.
Idiot.
Do we have anything else on this specific song?
I mean, I'll go all day about this song. The song is absolutely fantastic. Little offbeats, a ding, 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 when it starts off, little synth, ding, ding. Like, dude, come on! Like, it's so iconic. It's so unique to this song, and I don't know. Maybe just because I've seen this movie X amount of times. Every time I hear this song, I only think of this movie.
All right, then. I mean, I'm good with Love Fool. I'm down to talk about anything else. Honestly, I think this soundtrack sucks.
What are you talking about?
It does, man. I mean, okay. Let's go with the garbage song, the first song, Number One Crush. I don't
like garbage.
Yeah,
so
I
get that. I get if people think the song sucks. I like this song because it's in the movie. Yeah. And it reminds me of a specific time for the movie, and it brings me to that specific spot in the movie. But like, I don't like garbage. Like, nobody fucking likes garbage.
This song is really average, mediocre. I don't care too much for it. And then also the Everclear song,
Number One Crush.
Dude, you could do so much better than this. Art can do so much better than this song. It's an average at best song. It's pretty run of the mill.
It is. It's fine. It's, I don't know. It's whatever's.
See, I thought the Everclear one was going to be really high up on your list, but apparently not.
I love the Everclear song.
God, you don't love it.
I like Everclear a lot. The Everclear's fucking great, dude. Their first two fucking records are amazing. And So Much for That to Go, that's like their third or fourth record. That's fucking amazing too.
I know, but this song is not very good. Not very good. So what other songs? What other songs do you like then? What's
Santa Monica's like, oh my god. So okay, so let me just here's my 1B, right? My 1B, even though Talk Show Host is my favorite Radiohead song and is what got me into it, I think the You and Me song, the last song on this, the Wannadies, I think this may be the unsung hero alt rock song of the 90s. This may be the best alt rock song in the 90s. It is unfucking real.
I thought it was pretty
so good.
I thought it was pretty run of the mill. There's a lot of death cab here, I hear, especially when it picks up, because like the first part of it and the verses are very, very quiet, but when it picks up in the choruses, it gets louder, more upbeat. It's very, very Death Cab, but in the end, it's still just a typical 90s indie rock song, which isn't bad.
It's not a typical 90s indie rock song though, dude. It's elevated because that chorus is insane. That you and me always. It's not even a chorus. Like there's no melody there, but it's so catchy. It's so iconic because of the way he sings it and the ba 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 ba. Like get the fuck out of here, dude.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. It's just it's not my thing. Like a lot of 90s indie rock I'm just not into. I think a lot of it is just kind of boring, plain old people, bland.
It's not fucking Nirvana.
College radio, indie rock, garage rock from the mid 90s. It's not my thing.
Played. I get it. It's fucking.
No, it's not. It's underplayed actually.
I don't even care. I don't even care because the soundtrack I think is great. Again, you showed up.
There's the soundtrack.
Fucking the vinyls.
That's so dumb.
It's amazing.
Is it a double LP?
I don't care
or no?
No, it's just a single.
It's a cool variant though.
It's a single.
That orange and blue, cool variant.
Yeah. What's cool too is it's still like Radio Ho. That'd be a cool little like I don't know side project or something for our boy Tom, and then in the Radiohead's Radio Ho. They so like the director again. I forgot it. I don't know why I forget his name so much. I think it's a dumb fucking name. Who gives a shit? It's a stupid name.
I literally said it, but it's something Lerman, Baz Luhrmann or something.
Yeah, that's a dumb name, bro. That's like a B team villain in a movie.
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
Oh, watch out for Baz Luhrmann. Like, who cares? Yeah, so he had reached out to Radiohead to write a song for the movie, and they were like, okay, cool, yeah, because he sent him the scene, I think of Juliet, the one where she's talking to Friar Tuck, Friar Lawrence, and she has a gun to her head, and she's like, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't fucking get my way, basically. And I don't know if oh my god, I have so many thoughts in my head right now. I'll try and finish one.
Okay, yeah, try to finish.
So they send out to Radiohead. And they were like, "Can you write a song for us for the movie?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can." So they wrote theme for an exit, theme song. Fuck it. That's what they wrote. Exit music for a film. Jesus Christ. But they said they said don't use it on the soundtrack. They said you can only use it for the movie, but you can't put it on the soundtrack. And she said, "Oh, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Whatever." But then they put talk show host in the movie and on the soundtrack. And then exit music for a film was on OK Computer and kind of inspired that entirety of OK Computer and that direction of that record, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. But talk show host is my favorite Radiohead song. So I was going back. I'm just going to talk, dude, the entire time.
That's fine. Go for it, man.
Good.
Yeah, go for it.
And so like going back to the scene, I don't know if you caught. So like there's a whole like concept where people like think Romeo and Juliet, like this movie's fucking dumb. This play's dumb because like kids, this is so stupid. Like these kids are in love and they don't fucking know what they're talking about. But that's like the beauty of it. It's just like this unadulterated, this adolescent, innocent love where they will do anything for each other. They will die for each other. It's the most emo thing that has ever been conceived on Earth. And so you think like why did Friar Lawrence help Juliet not only take the potion but also like get out of the marriage with Dave Paris, what's it, Paul Rudd. Mm-hmm. So like the theory is that Friar Lawrence helped her not marry Paul Rudd because Friar Lawrence thought that if Juliet married Romeo, it would bring the two houses together and the battles would stop, the war would stop, and they would get along and things would be better. But then you think like, why did he give her poison essentially to help her like fake her own death? And that's because she was going to kill herself. She had a fucking gun to her head. And she's like, if you don't help me right now, I'm going to kill myself right in front of you. Like what choice did he have? And so it's that's aggressive, dude. That's sad. That's insanity right there. That's fucking wild. But like, she's not crazy because later on, what she says? She says, farewell. When she's taking the potion, she says, farewell, God knows when we shall meet again. That's what she tells her mom and the nurse before they leave the house or the room, because before she takes the poison, like she don't know. Like that poison, like they think it'll work. Like I don't fucking know if it'll work. You know, I'm pretty sure it'll work. but like that could be the last time Juliet ever sees her mom. She's farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. So she knows what she's doing. These aren't just adolescent, dumbass fucking kids. These are in their sound mind. They know what they're doing. They're just so aggressively dedicated to their cause that they're going to fucking die for it. And that is wild. God damn, that's good. That's good shit right there.
That was quite the run. Quite the run right there.
Dude, Claire Danes, like Leonardo DiCaprio is probably my fifth favorite.
Wait, where? So Friar Lawrence, he is he also banished or why? Like he kind of seems like on the outskirts of it all. Like he seems kind of fringe. What?
I think he's just like a priest. I think he's just like he's part of the church, right? So like in history, if you're part of the church, like you're indifferent. And I think he just wants to see peace overall, and people confide in him. That's why, like when in the movie, Paul Rudd is talking to the friar and like, oh yeah, when should we get married? Because again, don't forget, like they were going to get married. So like in the chronologically, it was we first meet him. It's Sunday, and everybody dies by Friday.
Yeah.
So on Thursday they were going to get married. So like Paris, Paul Rudd, and Claire Danes were going to get married by Thursday. So on Tuesday or Wednesday, they're talking in the church, talking about their marriage that's going to happen 2 days later. And Juliet's like, hey, dude, I got to talk to the friar right now. Like, you can get the fuck out of here. And Dave's like, which is so bizarre, too, because, like, dude, Romeo in the play, he dies. Paul Rudd dies in the fucking actual play. Romeo kills him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he's not a bad guy. He's pretentious and rich, but like he treats Juliet right, and he truly does like want to marry her. He truly does have feelings for her.
He's not part of the he's not part of the feud between the two families. He's caught in the middle, but he's not technically a part of it.
He's just a freaking rich kid who actually legitimately loves this girl, and by all accounts, he never treats her poorly. He treats her well, and he's a nice guy. He just gets fucking killed. And again, that's just the whole thing of like these two families are going at it, and like the casualties, everybody else except for the two guys that are going at it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's like Tony Soprano never gets hurt, right? It's everyone else around him. It's his family, his friends, his loved ones. Those are the ones that get hurt. It's never Tony Soprano. Eventually, he does get hurt. Maybe not, depending on how you view the ending.
The ending, he's dead.
God, I fucking love that ending so much.
It's a great ending. Like one of the
best endings. That's a Shakespearean ending right there, baby boy. I'm telling you right now.
That's like the best ending to any TV show.
That's a Bill ending right there. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. But so like there's all these casualties of this war that's going on between the Montagues and the Capulets, and Romeo and Juliet are just the ones that hit the hardest because Mercutio dies, Tybalt dies, Paris dies in the fucking play, and other people die too in the play. I think Romeo's mom dies too, or maybe it's Juliet's mom dies. One of the moms like just doesn't make it,
and so
because she like takes her life. Oh no, it's Romeo's mom, because after Romeo gets banished. Because in the movie they say banished, which is fun. I love that annoying. Fucking way they say that too. It's so good. Annoying. So like, I think she takes her life. They are speaking English.
Learn how to speak real English.
Skip's gonna get real mad at that one. That one's gonna set him off good, dude. That one's gonna set him off real good.
Learn how to speak real English. Nobody says banished.
Oh,
come on.
I got one. Learn how to speak modern English.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Even though it's modern, modern literature, but
modern literature, but that's fine.
Same thing, whatever. So another thing too. So there was another character that I wasn't too sure of. Maybe he has a bigger part in the play, but it's Balthazar, which I think that's
Balthazar.
It's such
the guy that ruined everything. The guy that ruined everything.
It's a cool name. Also, I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now with Tammy. And the episode where Jake and Captain Holt have the goiter, like the giant growth on their neck.
Oh, he calls it Balthazar.
He calls it Balthazar, and he points at the goiter on his neck. Yeah.
He goes like this though with his hand, like all open, like fingers open like this, right? Like all like jazz handsy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Balthazar, the guy that pretty much ruined the entire lives of this entire city of Verona.
Okay. All right.
Right? Am I wrong? Like, come on, dude. Balthazar like gave Romeo false information.
Yeah.
He had no right giving it to him. If he had just like shut the fuck up and let things like go their way, then Romeo would have got the letter from Friar Tuck, and he would have realized, oh, it's just a fake, it's a ruse. Don't worry about it. She's actually not dead. You will marry her after she wakes up, and things blow over a little bit. I mean, again, Paul's, I don't know if it's Servino or Soverino, the guy from Goodfellas, the guy we just talked about him too the other fucking when we did Bulworth. He was in Bulworth.
He was in Bulworth. Yeah.
Dude, he slays at the fucking Capulet head. Oh my god,
he was good. I mean, like,
he was good. He's an asshole, dude. Like the way like Lord Capulet treats Juliet is fucking terrible. He basically says, "You marry Dave Paris." Yeah. His name's not Dave Paris in the play. It's like Lord Paris or some shit like that. They just call him Dave Paris because it's a modern adaptation, which is super cool. I like that. He says, "You marry Dave Paris, or you are fucked. I do not want you to my daughter. You are out in the streets." And like, in the play,
the crown and shit.
In the play, like he calls her like the equivalent of like you're a slut, you're a whore, you're fucking nobody. But he calls her like these other things that, you know, back in the 1600s are probably really aggressive.
Yeah, it's like it's well, just, I mean, it's bullshit English. That's what it is.
It's it's stupid. God, dude, this movie's so fucking good. You're so stupid. Bullshit English. I get it. So silly. So silly.
It's true though.
Yeah, but Balthazar, he his character's cool though Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a good actor. Like that's stupid. Don't act like he's not a good actor. He's a good actor.
He's good.
I agree. He's not a great actor, but he's a good actor.
He's good. He's solid.
He's a good actor and he's in great movies. But he's not a great actor in shitty movies. He's a good actor in great movies.
Yeah.
But this kid Balthazar, man, like he basically he's like fucking people playing volleyball. He like sets up Leo for Leo to come and smash these parts, right? When Balthazar comes out over here and he's over in like the middle of the fucking Breaking Bad desert, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just so you know, fucking Juliet's dead." I don't know why I'm talking like that. That's weird.
I don't know why.
But then Romeo's like, "Juliet, and it's good because it's from the back side, not the front side. Because the front side, when people are screaming people's names, it looks dumb. It just looks stupid as fuck, and nobody likes it.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
And then also later on, when Balthazar drops Romeo off for Romeo to go see Juliet in the church, and Balthazar leads the police on a wild goose chase, dude, like Romeo tells him, like, "Hey, man, I appreciate what you did for me. Goodbye." And like that goodbye, dude, that one hurt. I cried like 4 times during this movie.
Oh my god!
For various parts. Dude, you tell the Juliet
dude.
part. Oh my god! So the two biggest differences, two major differences, right, between like the original play and this one is the balcony scene and the death scene. The balcony scene is that's arguably the most iconic scene in all of like cinema history,
or just like theater cinema. It's
theater history.
Yeah,
the balcony scene. He changes it.
I know.
He changes it. Like that's. I love it so much.
Yeah, watching it, I'm like, where is this balcony scene? Like, I was anticipating, like, when is this gonna happen? But it never does. It like, it never happens. Like, there are hints of it. Like, oh, okay, this is where it's gonna happen, but it doesn't. It never does. It's ballsy.
Spooked by the nurse, and he falls in. I absolutely love it because it just shows like the immaturity, the adolescence of Romeo and Juliet. But the second one is it's death scene. Like the death scene in this adaptation, they see each other one last time. Yeah. They don't fucking see each other in the play.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like one's dead, like the other one wakes up, like, oh, that guy's good, so I'm good now. Like
that's true.
In this one,
that's true.
In this one, dude, they lock eyes for like 30 seconds, and like that, dude, that's crushing. That is fucking.
That
crushing.
Was pretty.
He has it in his hand.
Even
though I've seen this movie dozens and dozens of times, I'm still like, speak.
Yeah, because she watches him as he puts the vial to his lips. She watches him. It's almost like she's being coy about it. Like, oh, like look at me, like I'm awake now. Like, and then she watches him put the vial to his lips, like. Tip it up.
She's been asleep for a day and a half. She's been asleep for like a day and a half. She's groggy. She opens her eyes like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, Romeo, you're here. What's going on? Oh, I'm so happy you're here. And she lifts her hands.
Touches his
and
face.
He goes like this and she grabs it. Oh my God, dude. I swear to you, I cried. I watched this today. I teared up.
I watched this twice this week and I did not cry.
Because you're a fucking monster. You're legit a monster. There's something wrong with you in your fucking heart, dude. You're a monster. If you didn't even tear up at all, I'm tearing up right now thinking about it.
There it is. There it is.
It's there. You couldn't see it, but it's there. Man,
it's
heavy, dude. Romeo and Juliet is fucking heavy, dude. That's
it's a good story
from this
it's
movie.
A good story.
This story is not a good story. Okay, Tyler, Rebecca.
It is.
This is not a good story. It is the story. It is the fucking story. This is the template that was created that all other fucking love stories are made off of. Are you fucking
exhausting?
I cannot even stress like how underplaying you are. Like all you talk about how things are overplayed. But like you are still underselling Romeo and Juliet.
I'm not underselling.
And there's not even Shakespeare's best play. Like that's what's fucking mind-boggling, dude. Like, dude, Hamlet. Oh my god, we gotta do another.
Okay. Okay. So one thing is, I have not complained about Shakespeare or the story in general. I have not complained about that at all. I've complained about this adaptation of the original story. That's what I've complained about, and also, BSC, the bullshit English. Like, it's stupid.
That's fair. I'll give you the BSC.
That's just stupid.
There's no reason why anybody should ever talk like that.
No.
That's stupid.
No,
even 500 years ago, they should have been talking like this now.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yes.
I don't fault them for it. They were naive. They're stupid. Probably inbred. That's whatever. Don't care. But,
exactly.
Butts are for pooping.
It's true. That's true.
I don't know what the first point you made was. I
was going to say, like, I have not complained about William Shakespeare really at all.
Oh, the adaptation
or the story, but it's the adaptation honestly, that I don't like.
I think you don't appreciate the adaptation as much because you're not extremely familiar with the source material. I think if you were more familiar with the source material, I think you would kind of think like, oh, I like what you did there. That was cool. I dig that. I think maybe that's where some of it kind of like lies. And then, I mean, like the soundtrack, I think that's a lost cause. If you don't like that type of music, no matter what like stage it's setting in, you're not going to fucking like it. But I think maybe like the source material, if you're more familiar with it, the adaptation, you would appreciate it more, I guess.
Probably, but whatever. What are you going to do? So let's get back into the soundtrack a little bit. What's another song you want to talk about? We talked about the Radiohead one. What else? We talked about Cardigans, Everclear, Garbage.
I mean, the biggest really the biggest song, the song that this entire movie is kind of like based off of is I don't know how to say her name, but like Desiree, the Kissing You song.
Dude, I hate that song.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's not a stinker. It's close. It's close, but I hated that song. Yeah, okay. It's man, it's a bad, or not a bad. It's just a fucking piano ballad. It's just so boring. I don't care. I don't fucking care. So boring.
Okay, so. That's one opinion, which is wrong. The song is actually fantastic. The song was written for the movie. They asked her, dude, this guy, what's the guy's name again? Like Braun Strowman or some shit like that. Dude,
I have to like scroll. I have to scroll up and look every fucking time.
It's a dumb
name. Baz
so
Luhrmann. Baz Luhrmann.
Why is his name so stupid?
Baz Luhrmann. There we go.
Yeah, so like he had reached out to this girl to do like a song, and she was kind of worried about it, and she put out this song, and it plays like 3 or 4 times. Throughout the movie. I think the first time we hear it is that fucking that scene when Romeo sees Juliet for the first time through the fucking fish tank in the bathroom and the lights coming down from the top, which is just like, that is just, bro, that is magical stuff right there. That is like that is visual representation of something that Shakespeare probably would have like fucking, he probably would have died if he saw that shit. And what's so, oh my god, dude, the Bard was like the best of everything. Like just honestly, like some of the stuff Shakespeare wrote is some of the best things that had ever been written by mankind ever. Like ever. Take your favorite book, all the dumb books that you read, Shakespeare was better. All the dumb fucking Bibles and Torahs and all other religious things that people read. Shakespeare was better than all of it.
Better
Dude was
than all
writing
of it.
better stories than anybody. Dude wrote better stories than anybody.
Okay.
Fucking anybody. I'm not even going to his fucking sonnets, which I have on 45. And I listened to that shit this week too. So goddamn good. 100 fucking, that's like 150 of them I listened to.
I think it was like 154.
156 I fucking listened to them. Yeah.
Something like that.
God
God,
damn.
that's so dumb.
All and I, oh my God.
So dumb.
Don't forget, like, dude, the dude's a poet. He's a poet first who also wrote plays, right? So all of this stuff, and then that's one of my personal gripes about the movie, and that's not like the movie's fault. It's just the way it has to happen. And I think they brushed over a lot of the themes a little bit too fast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the overarching, like, kind of like complex themes that you would dive into in a play aspect, where you would dive into like this jealousy thing, or this anger thing, or this love, this lust, all of these things that you would normally get like a good solid 30, 45 minutes dedicated to this one theme, is now brushed over in the movie with that fast like sequencing and pacing, where it's only going to happen maybe in like 2 or 3 minutes, which is cool. Again, that's why I think the adaptation is fan-fucking-tastic, because it's giving the Muggles an opportunity to love Shakespeare the way the fucking people that like him way too fucking much. And I'm like
trying to be
F tier Shakespeare lover here. Like, I'm not nowhere near some of these psychotic people out there.
All right.
Dude, come on.
So let's.
And then we're like,
do you have any?
Just talking about the adaptation, right? So like setting up stories where normally you would have like a chorus, like people that would just tell you what's going to happen. Like, oh, in Fair Verona, we lay our scene. Like, now it's a TV news reporter.
Yeah, I did.
You tell me that's not a good adaptation? Are you kidding me?
I did like that. I did like that.
Fucking great.
I did like that opening, but I felt like I appreciate the dedication to the BSC throughout the entire movie, but it would have been cool if if the BSC was thrown, the bullshit English was thrown in like at random intervals to like transition to a different scene, to transition into a different whatever it may be.
No,
to set up for the next
all
scene.
Or nothing, baby boy.
But I felt like because the actors and the modernization of it just didn't mesh well. It just did not mesh well, man.
See, I think it meshed. I think it meshed better than perfect. What's better than perfect? Perfecter? I think it meshed perfecter.
Well,
I really did. The only person. What is that fucking guy's name? Friar Lawrence. What is he's like a well-known actor. He plays in a fuck ton of movies, and you see him always like, oh yeah, that's the guy from fucking Romeo and Juliet. I don't know what his fucking name is.
I don't say that because I've only seen the movie this week, but that's fine.
I still fucking that kind of irritates me, to be honest. Like, you've been lying for like 20 years.
I have not lied. I've just withheld the truth.
Lying by omission. I've withheld the truth.
Withheld the truth.
Hold on there, dude. That's called a lie there, dude.
That's not a lie.
Well,
you've never asked me, oh, have you ever seen this movie? You've never asked me that. You haven't. Had you asked me, I would have said yeah, or I would have said no.
It just means like you're just no. Because we talk about this like all the time almost, and like I bought this record and I showed it to you, and you still said nothing. And I've talked about these songs, and we did the Radiohead episode. I mentioned like Romeo and Juliet. I always mention this shit, and you fucking never say, "You lying motherfucker."
I have not lied. You've never asked me.
Fucking piece of shit. You fucking lie by omission, asshole.
I've never fibbed. No, never, ever.
You're like a fucking. You're like a satyr. You're a fucking. What you are is a satyr, a little fucking half, fucking horse, half man creature. He just plays jokes and fucks around.
That's
all the
pretty
time.
cool, though.
Dicks
That's pretty
around
fucking cool,
time.
That's pretty rad, though, right?
That was my character when I did D&D. I was a satyr.
Oh my god!
Did I ever tell you about my character? You'll like this. So I did D&D for like a while with the people that worked at the Mexican bar I worked at, and my name was Phage. It was spelled Faej, but the A and the E was like connected, so it was like that weird, like the Aeon Flux AE.
Yeah.
And like nobody knew what I was doing, but I did this for like 6 months. I kept this bit. It was so funny for me, and everybody else hated it. But it was pronounced Phage. And so whenever anybody would say my name, I would correct them and say Phage. And they say, yes, I said Phage. Phage.
Like Boyle from
Like
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Like the Boyle thing. Yeah. Nobody ever knew what it was. But that's what I say. I'm saying Phage. I would say Phage. Phage. Yeah, Phage.
Nicolaj.
Phage. Like almost Phage. Phage. That was so funny. I had a good laugh. Everybody hated it.
I understand why. I understand why.
Phage.
Nicolaj. Before we dive a little bit more into the movie, let's at least wrap up like the two stinkers for me, because I want to hear your opinion on that on the two stinkers. So this is not the worst one, but it's the second worst. It's the Gavin Friday song "Angel." That song,
I get it.
Is terrible.
I get it. That's fine. The song's not a stinker, but
it's a fucking stinker.
No, it's not. Are you crazy?
It's like,
no, it's not.
It's that typical '90s ethereal pop kind of song. He uses that falsetto too. It's like,
yes,
it's like absolute garbage Savage Garden. Like, I like Savage Garden, but this is like garbage Savage Garden. That's what this is. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. So I hate that song.
It's not the same Gavin though, but that's all right. Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Rossdale. And the worst song, by far the worst song on the record, is Stina Nordenstam.
Oh, that's
Little Star.
Yeah, no, that's all right. She just, I don't know.
Dude,
that song was that's just stupid, like Swedish pop music. I like it because it fits with the movie, and again, it reminds me of the movie. But to call it a stinker, like, dude, that's an okay song.
Not only is it a bad song, but however they mixed it and produced it was just horrendous. The vocals are so loud, and the acoustic guitar that plays, it's barely audible, and you could hear it's like ASMR, but in the worst possible way. It's so fucking bad. She's not even that good of a singer. And then out of nowhere, this like jazz clarinet comes in, like Kenny G style comes in for no fucking reason. It's an objectively horrible fucking song. It's so terrible. Hated it. Fucking hated it.
Okay, well,
terrible.
That's better than I thought you were gonna do, because I thought your two biggest like stinkers were going to be one. I thought it was going to be the Desiree song, that Kissing You.
I don't like that song. That song sucks.
And I was like, damn, that song is so important to this fucking movie. I was like, if he fucking hates this, then that just means this entire thing is going to go downhill so fucking fast.
The song really sucks though.
Yeah, but it's not a stinker.
Okay, so it really does. That song fucking sucks. But
no, it's
so of its time,
a good fucking
and she was
pop song like that.
And she was so popular at this time, so I get why she was on it. So that's why I don't list it as a stinker. It's just it's not for me. Just really not for me. But it's a shit song. But the two songs I mentioned are terrible.
And then I really did think you're gonna hate the Garbage song way more than you did.
Well, Garbage is a band that I've never cared about. I
know they're plain old people, dude.
Yeah, plain old people. That's all they are, is plain old people. Shirley Manson, I don't get the appeal. I really, really don't. And Butch Vig, he's fine. As a drummer, he's fine. As a producer, he's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. His best stuff has come outside of Garbage, outside of making music. He produces music that is fucking exponentially better.
Exactly. But this song was what I expected from Garbage. Honestly, that's all it was.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So what else?
Yeah,
what else?
Me
what
surprised.
else?
I'm happy. I'm also happy you didn't fucking hate Talk Show Host and the You and Me song.
Oh, the indie songs?
Yeah,
they were
and me always.
Just typical fucking bullshit indie songs from this era. Like well, what's the one? Like, well, also the Butthole Surfer song. That song sucked.
That was a good song.
No, that song
what?
Sucked. That song sucked.
Okay. I'm not like a huge Butthole Surfers fan, but like I don't know. That song doesn't suck.
So Another song too
Still good.
was so
Still
of its
fine.
time. So the song to you I bestow from the band Mundy. I don't
Monday.
remember this band at all,
Monday.
but this is the type of song that would be in every 90s rom-com. You know, at the point of the movie where the guy and the girl, they're separated from each other, they're thinking about each other, they're looking longingly in the distance at nothing, and it's the shots are going back and forth between the two of them. That's what
Dude,
this
like in
song
fucking
is.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Or Wedding Crashers, you know, in when Owen Wilson and Rachel McAdams are, you know, but it's the Coldplay song, but you know, it's going back and forth, back and forth. They're thinking about each other. That's what this song is. It's like a typical 90s rom-com song about missing your person, the person you
Damn,
love.
that's what we should you know what we should have done? We should have just done like Shakespeare season where we just take like modern adaptations of Shakespeare movies because we could have done 10 Things I Hate About You, which is a fucking good movie too.
Mhm.
But that's just uh Taming of the Shrew. That's the adaptation of that one. Damn, that's what we should have done. Hmm, can still do
Hey
it.
man, I'm down. I'm down to talk shit as much as I can toward William
Dude, and
Shakespeare.
JGL too, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That kid. Why do we love Joseph Gordon-Levitt so much?
He's a good actor. He is a good actor.
Is he like
Right?
great though, or is he good?
No, he's good.
He's
Like
good.
Leo is. Like DiCaprio
He's not.
is. He's
He's
good.
good.
He's not
He's not
great, but he's
great. He's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Right?
Just like DiCaprio. Just like DiCaprio. He's
Yeah.
good but not great.
Exactly.
Just hasn't been casted in, you know, the biggest movie of all time.
Blockbusters.
Yeah. That's all it is.
I mean,
That's all it is.
okay, so like let's get back to like DiCaprio and the fact that he got casted in this, and a fucking year later he stars in arguably the biggest movie that has ever
Of all time.
existed.
Yeah. In Titanic.
Dude, Titanic is so fucking good too.
It's a
You
great
think Titanic's
movie.
a good movie?
No, it absolutely.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
I mean, it is a great fucking movie.
Titanic
Man.
is so
Titanic
good.
is a great movie. Yeah, it's fucking long as hell, but it is. And as much shit as I want to talk on James Cameron because I think his ego is just out of fucking control. You know, it's still a great fucking movie, man. It's still
So good, so fucking good.
Yeah. I really have no issues with that movie at all. I have issues with this
Tier,
movie,
baby.
but not that one. Not that one.
Let's get back into this movie. Why you hate this movie? Why you hate Shakespeare? Why you hate Romeo and Juliet?
I just, you know, also the way that Baz Luhrmann, the director, the way he shot this too, like you get the opening sequence, like really the first third half,
Quick cuts, baby, quick cuts.
that's
quick
what I'm
cuts, quick
saying. Like the
cuts.
first third of the movie, it's a lot of quick cuts, a lot of sped up shots. You know, it was very, very spastic. It was very of its time, of like action movies of its time. The color schemes and everything is very like Mick G, doing like the bright colors and all that kind of shit. But then as you progress through the movie, which I guess it makes sense with the more somber tone as you go through the movie. But I mean, the whole style changes as the movie progresses, and I don't think he does anything particularly well. I think it's very of its time, and it's very kind of obnoxious. I
You ready
don't
for this, kid?
I don't
ready
care
for
for
that?
it.
You sitting down? You sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
You about to get fucked up right
All
here.
right.
You ready? This is exactly the point of this, kid. Fast cuts, fast cuts. Let's get it going. Let's tell this story in the beginning. Let's have Ben Foley come out in a little fucking shirtless thing. Let's marginalize like the Capulets into this weird like Spanish Mexican mafia thing where like the Montagues are like this weird, I don't even know what the fuck they were supposed to be, but like this kind of like
Once
white
again,
kid sect where
poor
you know what I mean?
adaptation,
Like I don't get it.
like a poor
But that's the
telling of
point
story.
because who gives a fuck? Doesn't fucking matter. That's not the point of the story. We're building the world here where these two warring families are going at it, and I don't give a fuck about these people. But we're doing it quick. Get as much information as possible. And the moment that this movie slows down is when Mercutio dies. That fucking scene, dude,
Yeah.
with the fucking the theater is like eating away, and he's talking and he's going at it, and Tibble comes out and John Leguizamo, and dude, John Leguizamo is another guy too. another guy too that I think is a really good actor. I think John Leguizamo is a
Yeah,
good
I think he
actor,
is
not a
too.
great actor. I think he's a good actor. He's always relegated to like the, I don't know, Italian,
A
Mexican,
support.
just
Yeah, he's a supporting
supporting
character.
cast. He's
Yeah,
typecast
he
into
was
that like race.
Luigi. Luigi, but he was a
Dude, don't
better.
fuck around. I love that fucking movie. I
But
fucking love
Luigi,
Mario and
but
Luigi.
he was better than I don't even know who played Mario. I don't remember who played Mario, but
Hey, who gives a fuck?
he played a better character than Mario did.
Did you know during that whole filming, like even like John Leguizamo and the guy that played Mario thought that movie was so fucking dumb that all they did was get super drunk on set.
I love it.
Like
I
in
love it.
between takes, they went to the bar and just got fucking hammered because like this movie's fucking dumb. So a lot of the scenes you see, they're just fucking toasted.
Oh, I love it.
They're fucking drunk. But I love that movie.
Got to rewatch
Good
that one.
good adaptation. I don't know the soundtrack though. So anyway, yeah. So like you think a lot of the smash cuts are too fast or whatever it is. That's intentional. That's supposed to be. It's supposed to make you feel kind of like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand what's happening here, because like, who cares? The point of the movie is to watch these two kids fall in love and fucking kill themselves. Do you hear me right now?
Yes, I hear you.
Kill themselves over love. Are you? Oh, dude, children kill themselves over love because like their parents can't fucking get through their goddamn heads to shut the fuck up and listen. That is insanity. 500 years ago, that was insanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
bro.
It was.
And the point of this movie is that two children kill themselves.
I know, because I think what in the original play they're like 13 and 14 years old, something like that. Yeah. And
dude, they meet and kill themselves within 5 days.
And also, like, going back to like the casting of this entire movie. So DiCaprio.
Like? Here we go.
No, DiCaprio was obviously Romeo, and then originally Natalie Portman was cast as Juliet, but she was 13 at the time. I believe she was 13 at the time.
Too young.
Way too fucking young. He's 20,
and
21.
She looked too young.
2021. He was 20 or 2021. Or 20 or 21. Jesus Christ.
He was 21, but he can pass as 16 because he looks super young.
He does. Yeah, he does look young.
But Natalie Portman was like 14, but she looked like she was 12.
This is like coming off of like Leon the Professional, right? Like this is like Leon the Professional time.
Fuck. Dude, that's top 3 for me
I
right there.
Love that
top
movie.
3 for me.
If anybody's never seen that movie, Leon the Professional, fantastic fucking movie. Tammy and I watched it maybe like 6 months ago. She'd never seen it before. She loved it. So good. Great movie.
It's not to love. It's fantastic. But, fucking perfect. Gary Oldman's best performance there.
It's fantastic. But yeah, Natalie Portman was like 14 years old, and they were like doing scenes together. And everybody thought, okay, this is really weird. She's way too young. Clearly, she's way too fucking young. She's like almost 10 years younger than Leo is. And then they decide to go another route. They fire her, and then Leo suggests Claire Danes, based off of an audition where their chemistry really worked, and then apparently like she thought she was 17, which is another weird thing. She's 17, he's 21 when they filmed this movie, and the sex scenes, the kiss, there was a lot of kissing in this movie too between the two of them, and the chemistry was there though. It honestly was there, but from everything I've read, it's like, outside of the actual movie, like she didn't get along. She didn't really like him. She thought he was really immature. Like he was like farting, like he was just like pulling pranks on her and other cast members. But I guess that's what he always does. But she, as a 17-year-old, didn't appreciate that, which
I mean
is fine.
So there's differing stories, and John Leguizamo chimed in at some point. Think back when we were 21, right? Were we mature 21-year-olds?
Fuck no. We were fucking idiots.
And like, I don't know, it's just a generalization of why guys kind of date younger girls is because girls mature faster than guys do. And
yeah, that's true too.
Her being 17 is probably indicative of her probably being mentally like 25, and him being 21 is probably like him being fucking 16, like a fucking idiot,
yeah,
like a moron. So I don't know. It's weird, I guess, but
it's weird
considering who we dated and what we did when we were younger. It's not that we're never that far apart from anybody, but
yeah, But
a year or two tops at the most.
it's weird on the outside, but it's even weirder that the adults in the room, the casting
Yeah,
directors and all that kind of shit, they allowed
yeah.
a 21 year
People in
old.
power, right?
Yeah, they well, first of all, before even Claire Danes, they allowed DiCaprio, who was 21 years old, you know, be like hook up with a 14-year-old, 13, 14-year-old girl.
I mean,
That in
like, I
itself
don't.
is
Yeah,
fucking
that's
weird. Like
yeah,
that's
that's bizarre.
like as a grown ass adult, as a casting director, come on, you can't be. I mean, that's just disgusting, straight up
But go,
disgusting.
I mean, that's dude, along the lines of fucking weird shit that Romeo and Juliet producers have done. Is like the '68 version. She was straight 17
Yeah,
and she is straight up topless,
I know,
and
I
she
know.
sued fucking 50 years later, and that's the thing that exists, and that's fucking weird.
But
So
it doesn't make it right in any sense.
no, it made fucking terrible. It's disgusting. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like
Yeah,
things exist for a reason, and if as a society, if we adhere to these laws and we say, okay, yes, this is the age of consent, even though I may not agree with it, but I think it's a good middle ground that we can just all agree on, that if you're this age, then you can say yes. Then like follow the fucking rules. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't find
yeah.
anybody else that was just
Like
6 months older.
you have one simple, straightforward, concrete rule. Like you cannot follow that one concrete rule. Like it's so simple. It's so simple.
It's not hard.
Uh,
It's not hard.
no.
Like there's fucking millions of people all over the earth. You can find one person that was 6 months older. Get the fuck out of here. But same with Claire Danes too. I think Claire Danes slayed this role.
She was great.
But bro,
She was fantastic.
come on, dude. Like there's nobody else that you could have found. Come on. Even though we don't like see her like actually topless, like we see her topless, but we don't see like any kind of nudity in it. But like in the first fucking scene, the first scene that they filmed together was the one where they're laying in bed after they had the night together, where she has no shirt on. That was the first scene, really? That was the first thing they filmed together.
No shit.
Leo liked her the most because I guess like she was the only.
He was the one who chose her.
In the what do you call it when you read like a script with the person that's in the movie, whatever that is. There's a specific term for that. She was the only one that would like look him directly in the eyes. All the other girls were kind of like doing like this, looking all cute. The girls are like this, flashing their eyelashes, like,
just like that, just like that.
But she was the only one that was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking come after you right now. I know." That's what she did. And then Leo was like, "Hey, I like her. She's cool, man. She makes me feel weird. I don't like that. It's weird." But yeah, that was the first thing they filmed together because they wanted to make.
All right, let's wrap
and
this
then going
up.
back to the thing where they didn't get along.
What?
It was going back to the thing where they didn't get along. It was Leo thought she was too uptight and she thought he was too immature, and it was more like everybody said it was more like a sibling thing than it was like a crush thing. Even though they probably did like each other a little bit because like you work with anybody that's the opposite sex of you or whatever you're attracted to at the time. If you work with anybody like that, I think there's always going to be like a crush aspect before you hit like 20 years old, right? You're always going to just be like, oh, I like you. You put somebody in a room with you for 6 months. You're going to like them.
Yeah.
This is going to happen. Especially when you're fucking 20 years old. It's going to happen.
It's part of growing up, dude.
Yeah.
That's called hormones, dude. That's called hormones,
dude.
The big H.
So like that's where the fighting came into play. But I think their chemistry was great. I think he looks younger than he can play.
Yeah.
Or than he actually is. He can play younger than he is, and she can play older than she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that just comes with maturity. And girls just mature faster.
Yeah.
I even still think like girls fucking mature faster. I still think I'm like fucking like 25. I think I'm an idiot sometimes.
I know.
What the fuck? Sometimes I say things. Like, why would you say that? Like, what does it even fucking mean, dude?
Yeah, I get it.
Whatever.
I don't know. I get it.
Damn, dude. So like, out of all, is there anybody that was casted in this movie or any character that you think like that was dumb? I don't understand that character. I don't know why that person's there. Is there anybody here that you think is just like garbage?
Paul Rudd would be the only one. And it's not because he's a bad actor. I just felt like it wasn't the right role for him at all. But Otherwise, no. I feel like casting was fine. I still think it's a bad adaptation of the source material. Um, but
But you also agree that like you're not that familiar with the source
even
material to
still,
even make that judgment.
even
So.
even 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 so, like the BSC, the bullshit English, it doesn't mesh well with like modern visuals, modern, the car. Although the cars, like the modified cars that they were driving, were fucking sick, man. Those were really really cool. Did you notice that?
Dude, the Capulus car was
Yeah,
legit.
like those
That was
those like
fucking that lowrider shit.
there was like
That was
those
fucking
like they
rad.
were like Cadillacs, but like they were modified Cadillacs. They were so fucking sick. I really really did love that. I really did actually like the fact that the guns that they were using had like,
Swords,
sword, dagger, I did
rapier.
I did like that. I did enjoy that, but it was really the dialogue that was so jarring that absolutely took me out of the entire story.
Cut out so much dialogue too,
But
dude. Like
even
half the
still,
fucking play
but
is
even
gone.
still, it was too,
Oh my
that whole
gosh.
melodramatic way of speaking just does not. I feel like it doesn't
Who,
work in.
call, who calls Shakespeare melodramatic?
Dude, come on, dude. It all, dude.
So
This whole
funny. You're a funny guy.
anyway. It
You're a
just
funny
it
guy.
doesn't work. It didn't work. But I guess that's my wrap up of this, because we're wrapping
Yeah,
this up now.
fuck it. Let's
That
do it.
that that's my wrap up of this. I
If you don't hone it at some point, I'll
Yeah,
go
I
all
know.
fucking
So
night
so
about
so
this
that's
movie.
that's my wrap up. I don't think it's a very good movie. I really don't. I don't think it's a good movie. There's some good casting, but overall the dialogue is questionable in this adaptation. I don't think it meshed well at all. With that, I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1 out of 3.
What are you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'll give the movie. So
Dude, you're about to get
we have a 3 point.
swatted right
So
now.
we have
I'm
a
so
3.
mad. I'm so mad. I'm gonna swat you right
So
now.
we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album, perfect movie. 2 is good. You're going to continue to watch or listen. 1 is bad, but give it a shot. And then 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So okay. Let me take a couple steps back here. I'll give the movie itself. I'll give the movie itself a 1.5. I'll give it a 1.5 because that's like an A for effort. It's an A for effort. I'm never gonna go back and watch this.
You're about to shit all over this fucking
I'm
soundtrack,
not.
and it's gonna piss me off. And then we're just gonna
Yeah. So the movie,
Go ahead.
I'm never gonna
Go ahead.
watch. I'm never gonna watch it again. I'm never gonna watch it again.
until you
So
come over here. Then make
No,
you fucking
'cause
watch
I'm
this.
not gonna-
Lost time.
I'm gonna close my eyes
You've
the
been
whole.
fucking lying
gonna
for
clo-
25 fucking years.
I'm gonna close my eyes the whole time.
You're a fucking
um,
liar. You're a liar.
I'll close my eyes. But anyway, the movie is a 1.5 out of 3. The soundtrack is a 0.25. Is a 0.5. It's a
You're just
0.5.
okay.
It's a
you're
0.5.
being stupid.
Being
You're
generous.
Being stupid.
It's a 0.5.
You've never given ratings this low.
The,
You're being
the
stupid
cardigans
right
the cardigan
now. Be
song.
real. Let's try again. Back
Cardigan
up.
song is the only
Reel it in.
good song on this whole soundtrack.
Reel it in.
Also,
Start over.
soundtrack season has been really tough for me this week, but
We gotta do one more soundtrack then, just to like get out of this.
No, dude, I'm
one thing
done.
that you love.
I'm
Like, it
done
has
with
to be.
soundtracks. I'm so done with soundtracks for a while. So yeah, 1.5 for the movie, a 0.5 for the soundtrack. So that's what I got. So what are your final thoughts and your rating on this movie soundtrack? Go.
Baby girl. Baby girl. You ready for this? I'll start with the soundtrack. That'll be easier. I agree. The soundtrack's not perfect. It's
No, it's not.
it's a timepiece.
Not even close.
It's very much of the 90s. But again, that's the fucking point there, baby boy. That's what they were going for. The difference is when Shakespeare wrote plays like back fucking 400 or 500 years ago, is he wrote plays that were timeless. Even though a lot of his plays incorporated current politics that he was living through, there was even advertisements and shit. that he would throw in, which is cool because like in this adaptation, there's like Coca-Cola advertisements and other weird
because advertisements are
billboards
fucking
and
cool,
shit.
right? Yeah. He's a fucking idiot.
They're part of life. What are you talking about? They're a part of fucking life.
They're
Act like, oh, I
fucking
fucking
dumb.
hate advertising. Bitch, look at your fucking hat. Look at the poster behind you. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, the fuck. Oh, I hate advertisements. Oh, but I'm gonna wear a Vandal fucking hat and James Bond. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
That's you over
Dude,
here.
also, actually, I'm not even going to go down the Shakespeare. You know?
Yeah, don't, because everything that comes out of your mouth is absolute bullshit tonight. Like, dude, tonight's been the most bullshitty night I've ever heard you. I've ever heard the bullshit come out of your fucking mouth. It's so stupid. It's comical. It's good. You should be laughing more, but you're not laughing that much. That's all right.
No.
So the soundtrack, like, I get why normies like you would hate it, why muggles would hate it. The soundtrack's a solid fucking 2.25. It is. There are bangers on this. At worst, the soundtrack is maybe
if you're
like
a fucking dummy,
just mid range. But talk show host, dude, by Radiohead, fuck out of here. The Wannadies, I think, is the unsung hero alt rock song of the 90s. I like the Garbage song. I don't care. I don't like anything by Garbage. Maybe I'm just being jaded because I love the movie so much.
Yeah, because
but I do like.
That's just. Stupid.
But I do like.
It's a bad song.
But I do like the Garbage song. I like Everclear. You know I like Everclear. Get the fuck out of here. We did Everclear in the podcast.
I like Everclear. Yeah, Everclear are cool. They're cool.
So yeah, soundtrack aside, I'm swiping left because that's how you move things. As if that, I don't know. Movie wise, you know I'm gonna do it. You know the movie's getting it. You know the movie's gonna get it right now. The movie is a perfect fucking 3. The movie's a perfect adaptation of what Shakespeare would have wanted. Had Shakespeare been alive today, he would have watched this shit and like, dude, that's fucking it. I love it. He would have loved it. The bar would have loved that shit, and he would have been all over it. And he would have thought, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Shakespeare wasn't even real, so no, he wouldn't.
Yeah, dude would even talk about the wild side projects of Shakespeare's fucking alleged life.
Yeah,
dude,
that's for another time.
Dude, wild stuff. God, man,
he's not.
And real. This is not even his best. Again, I don't profess to be this professor of literature or anything like that, but honestly, dude, like Hamlet is arguably like the greatest piece of writing that mankind has ever done outside of like hieroglyphics and in written forms of communication. Hamlet is, dude. Hamlet's it.
You're like out of breath.
Fuck, man, Hamlet is it.
Okay. I think you're wrong, but okay. All right, so you gave it a perfect 3 out of 3 for the movie. What did you give the soundtrack? 2 out of 3?
It's like a 2.25.
God, that is so dumb. So dumb.
So good though.
All right. Good. Well, that's it. That's all we have for this episode. Soundtrack season is over. This has been a tough one.
Maybe. Or for sure.
It's for sure over. Yeah, soundtrack season is over. I'm down to do a soundtrack in the future, but right now, I just want to get back to what we do normally. What's
the first soundtrack we did?
Napoleon Dynamite. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, which was on a soundtrack. So
it was a soundtrack. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars.
Really old without my hat on.
You don't look any different. All right, guys, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. Hit that or smash that subscribe button on.
Smash that subscribe button
on the YouTubes. Go do that. Tell your friends, share all the posts. Thank you for listening and watching. And that's it. That's all. Good.